The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Halloween week brings shocking twists and explosive confrontations. Halloween week on The Bold and the Beautiful, beginning October 20th, 2025, promises to deliver spine-chilling drama that rivals any horror movie. As multiple storylines reach critical turning points that will reshape the lives of beloved Los Angeles characters. From Luna Nozawa's uncertain fate behind bars to wedding bells for a reunited couple, this week marks a pivotal moment in the show's ongoing saga of love, betrayal, and redemption. Luna's imprisonment. Is she really behind bars or planning another escape? One of the most pressing questions heading into Halloween week centers on Luna Nozawa's current predicament and whether she will remain incarcerated or attempt yet another daring escape. Following Deputy Chief Bradley Baker's dramatic arrest of Luna at the Spencer mansion earlier in October, fans witnessed the manipulative schemer being hauled back to prison despite her pregnancy with Will Spencer's child. Luna's false sense of security shattered. Luna had foolishly believed that carrying a Spencer heir would provide her with immunity from legal consequences and keep her out of jail. She smugly assumed the paternity test results confirming Will as the father would be her get-out-of-jail-free card, allowing her to continue living in luxury at Bill Spencer's estate. However, Luna's calculations proved devastatingly wrong when Baker arrived with handcuffs, demonstrating that pregnancy would not shield her from prosecution for her heinous crimes. The charges against Luna are severe and deeply disturbing, including allegations that she sexually assaulted Will Spencer while he was intoxicated at the celebratory party at Il Giardino. This baby represents the product of that traumatic assault, making it nearly impossible for Will to raise the child himself, as it would serve as a constant, painful reminder of what Luna did to him. The escape question. Can Luna be trusted? As Halloween week unfolds, the critical question remains: is Luna truly secured behind bars, or is she plotting yet another escape? Luna has proven herself to be extraordinarily cunning and resourceful, having previously faked her own death with the help of her grandmother Lee Finnegan. Deputy Chief Baker himself acknowledged Luna's remarkable ability to sneak out when he arrested her, noting that she simply cannot be trusted to stay out of trouble during her pregnancy. Luna's history suggests that imprisonment may not be the end of her reign of terror. She has already received 3 miraculous chances to escape justice, as Bill Spencer so rightly pointed out. Her incredibly reckless behavior and arrogant ingratitude toward those who tried to help her demonstrate a pattern of manipulation that shows no signs of stopping. Multiple characters, including Finn and Lee, worrying that Luna could escape again, potentially putting everyone she's terrorized, especially Steffy Forrester, in danger once more. Bill and Katie's custody battle. The Beatty reunion potential. Halloween week will see Bill Spencer and Katie Logan intensifying their efforts to gain custody of Luna's baby once it's born, setting the stage for what promises to be a complex and emotionally charged legal battle. The custody plan takes shape. On October 14th, Luna received devastating news that Bill and Katie plan to take custody of her child, a development that was definitely not part of Luna's manipulative scheme. Katie is absolutely determined to ensure the child is protected from Luna's toxic influence and kept safely within the Spencer family fold. This custody arrangement would allow Will to know his biological child without having to sacrifice his entire future, providing what Katie views as a compassionate solution to an impossibly difficult situation. The Spencer family wields significant power and substantial financial resources, making it highly likely they will successfully obtain custody if Katie decides to pursue this course of action. Their legal team will undoubtedly argue that Luna, as a convicted criminal facing serious charges, including sexual assault, represents an unfit parent who poses a danger to the child's well-being. Luna's fierce opposition and legal complications. However, Luna will absolutely not agree to Bill and Katie, affectionately known as Brady by longtime fans, taking her baby. Despite her incarceration, Luna views this child as her leverage, her freedom ticket, and her connection to the wealthy Spencer family. She never planned for Brady to raise her child. Instead, Luna envisioned using the baby to secure her position, gain sympathy, and potentially avoid prison time altogether. Luna's rights as a prisoner may be severely limited, but that doesn't mean she won't fight tooth and nail against the custody arrangement. The legal complications extend far beyond just Luna's objections, however. Multiple other family members could have their own ideas about what should happen to the baby. Penelope Poppy Nozawa, as the grandmother, may want custody or visitation rights. Dr. John Finn Finnegan and his mother Lee Finnegan, who previously hid Luna and nursed her back to health, could also weigh in on the child's future. Even the controversial Sheila Carter Sharp might insert herself into the situation, given her complicated family connections. A silver lining: the potential Brady reunion. For longtime Bold and the beautiful fans who have rooted for Bill and Katie's relationship over the years, there could be an unexpected silver lining emerging from Luna's tragic baby storyline. While this baby was conceived through trickery and assault, it could paradoxically bring Brady back together again. Katie will need substantial help raising this child and ensuring Luna never has contact with the baby. Working through this family crisis together, protecting their son Will and his biological child from Luna's manipulation cult cause Bill and Katie to fall in love all over again. While Katie has been hesitant when Bill brings up their romantic connection, the shared mission of raising this innocent child and shielding their family from Luna's toxicity might reignite the spark between them. This potential reunion represents one of the few genuinely positive outcomes that could emerge from Luna's manipulative and criminal actions, offering hope that something beautiful can grow from devastating circumstances. Deacon's love triangle reaches crisis point. While the Luna custody drama dominates much of the Halloween week storyline, another emotionally complex situation continues to simmer: Deacon Sharp's devastating love triangle with his wife Sheila Carter and his therapist Taylor Hayes. Sheila's desperate attempts to win back her husband. Sheila will continue her increasingly desperate efforts to lure her husband back home during Halloween week. After catching Deacon in an intimate, compromising moment with Taylor in previous weeks, Sheila is now fighting for her marriage with everything she has. In a vulnerable moment that reveals her genuine fear of losing Deacon, Sheila tells him directly, "I need my husband." This plea represents a critical juncture for their troubled relationship. Sheila cannot afford to lose Deacon, who is truly one in a million after all. Who else would put up with Sheila's complicated and violent past? If Sheila's emotional plea is rejected and she discovers Deacon spending more and more time with Taylor, fans can expect Sheila to go bad crap crazy, as she is not going to let Deacon go easily. Sheila's history suggests that if her vulnerable plea fails to save her marriage, her notorious psycho side could return with a vengeance, setting the stage for a volatile and potentially dangerous new chapter in their twisted relationship. The question Halloween week poses is whether Sheila can keep her darker impulses in check long enough to genuinely win back Deacon's trust and affection, or whether rejection will trigger a violent resurgence of the Sheila everyone fears. The Deacon-Taylor connection deepens. Throughout this period, Taylor Hayes continues to provide Deacon with emotional support and understanding that he's not receiving from his own wife. Deacon has reached an absolute breaking point in his marriage to Sheila, largely due to her decision to support the woman who murdered Deacon's dear friends Tom and Hollis. Deacon told Taylor how much he loved and misses Tom and Hollis, explaining that Tom had worked so incredibly hard to rebuild his life and Hollis was a talented aspiring actor with big dreams and a bright future ahead of him. The fact that Sheila seemingly didn't consider how Luna's resurrection would affect Deacon and hurt him because of what Luna did to his beloved friends represents a fundamental betrayal of their marriage vows. Taylor told Deacon she knows exactly how his heart feels and acknowledged that the pain sucks, sharing that her own heart is still breaking over Ridge Forrester's latest rejection. She wisely advised Deacon, "You can't change someone's nature," possibly referring to both Sheila's ingrained criminal tendencies and Ridge's predictable tendency to run right back to Brooke Logan. Will Deacon reunite with Sheila or start fresh with Taylor? The central question heading into Halloween week is whether Deacon will ultimately reunite with his troubled wife Sheila or embark on a surprising new romance with Taylor. Although Taylor and Deacon began their relationship as doctor and patient, the connection could progress from professional to friendship and potentially blossom into something more romantic. Taylor might genuinely see the appeal of being with Deacon because he has transformed into a decent, hard-working guy who is extraordinarily loyal to those he loves. Additionally, Taylor may suspect that dating Deacon would really bother her ex-husband Ridge, which could provide extra motivation for Taylor to get closer to Deacon just to irritate Ridge and prove she's moved on. Beyond any potential ulterior motives, Taylor genuinely seems to like Deacon and enjoy his company, finding him refreshingly honest and emotionally available. Furthermore, Taylor harbors deep hatred for Sheila after Sheila shot her years ago, leaving people to believe Taylor was dead as a result of the attack. This shared history of victimization by Sheila could create a powerful bond between Taylor and Deacon united by their understanding of Sheila's capacity for violence and manipulation. Interestingly, Brooke Logan might actually support a potential Deacon-Taylor pairing. Brooke could view this relationship positively because it would finally get the dangerous Sheila out of Deacon's life and, by extension, out of Hope and Beth's lives as well. Additionally, Brooke would know that Taylor wouldn't come back around trying to reconcile with Ridge if she was happily settled down with Deacon. Steffy's return, the bombshell that changes everything. The most anticipated development during Halloween week is the imminent return of Steffy Forrester, who has been away from Los Angeles while actress Jacqueline MacInnes Wood was on maternity leave after welcoming her 5th child. The timing of Steffy's comeback. Jacqueline MacInnes Wood has been filming for approximately a month, meaning Steffy Forrester is due to appear back on television screens very soon, quite possibly during Halloween week itself. Steffy's return promises to be an incredibly rocky homecoming, as she has a tremendous amount to deal with, including the shocking revelation about Luna Nozawa, complicated dynamics with her husband Finn Finnegan, lingering tensions with Sheila Carter, and significant changes at Forrester Creations during her absence. Will Steffy learn about Luna immediately? One of the most critical questions surrounding Steffy's return is precisely when and how she will learn the devastating truth that Luna is alive. Multiple characters, including Taylor Hayes, Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, and even Finn, have been part of a conspiracy to keep this information from Steffy. They want to wait until they can deliver the good news that Luna has been rearrested and safely returned to prison before shattering Steffy's peace of mind. Ridge specifically stated that he didn't want to take away Steffy's hard-earned peace of mind, suggesting significant reluctance to be the one to break this awful news about Luna's survival. However, whether Ridge, Finn, or someone else ultimately delivers this bombshell, Steffy's reaction promises to be absolutely explosive. The revelation that Lunawo drugged Steffy, caged her like an animal, and left her to die in an apartment building set for demolitionists, not only alive but pregnant with Will Spencer's baby and causing chaos for multiple families, will undoubtedly devastate and enrage Steffy. Given Steffy's fiercely protective nature and strong sense of justice, learning that Luna has victimized Will through sexual assault and manipulated the entire Spencer family will likely trigger immediate and significant confrontations. The inevitable Steffy versus Luna showdown. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Halloween week confirm that Luna and Steffy will inevitably have another major, explosive face-off. This confrontation has been building since the moment Luna committed her heinous acts against Steffy, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this reckoning. When Steffy finally learns the full scope of Luna's survival, fake death, secret recovery, sexual assault of Will, and pregnancy scheme, she will be absolutely horrified and furious. Steffy will likely march straight over to confront Dr. Lee Finnegan about lying to everybody, saying that Luna died and letting everyone breathe a sigh of relief, thinking they were finally free of that monster. Steffy was genuinely thrilled when she believed Luna was dead, and discovering that Lee pulled something similar too when she secretly nursed Finn back to health after Sheila shot him will leave Steffy feeling betrayed by her mother-in-law. At the top of Steffy's Halloween week to-do list will be making absolutely certain that Luna goes straight back to prison and never sees the light of day again. Steffy likely won't care that Luna is pregnant with Will's child. In fact, Steffy might even dial 911 herself and demand, "Come take her away." If Luna is securely behind bars, she cannot pose a threat to Steffy Forrester or anyone Steffy loves. Steffy will probably argue that Luna can have the baby in prison and authorities can give the child to someone stable and sane to raise, while Luna Nozawa spends the rest of her life behind bars where she belongs, a sentiment that even Finn, Poppy Nozawa, and Lee Finnegan would agree with, living in the dark and potential danger. The spoilers pose another chilling possibility. Could there be a Halloween twist that leaves Steffy living in the dark about Luna's situation and therefore in danger? If the conspiracy to keep Steffy uninformed succeeds for too long, and if Luna manages to escape from prison again, Steffy could find herself in a terrifyingly vulnerable position. Finn is particularly worried about another potential escape, which is why many characters believe Steffy shouldn't be told about Luna until she's safely and permanently behind bars. However, this protective secrecy could backfire spectacularly if Luna breaks out and targets Steffy again while she remains blissfully unaware of the threat. The Halloween timing adds an appropriately spooky element to this storyline. as Steffy could literally be walking into danger without realizing the monster who terrorized her has returned from the dead. Hope and Liam. Wedding bells ring during Halloween week. While darkness and danger swirl around the Luna storyline, Halloween week may also bring joyous celebration as Hope Logan and Liam Spencer consider making their reunion official with wedding plans. Beth's dream finally coming true. Hope and Liam's daughter Beth Spencer has been absolutely fixated on seeing her parents remarry, repeatedly insisting she would rather see Hope marry Liam instead of Carter Walton. Beth has even been practicing a father-daughter dance with Liam, demonstrating her complete commitment to seeing her parents reunited. Beth's persistent campaign for a Hope-Liam remarriage has to be going somewhere dramatically significant, and Halloween week appears to be when it finally pays off. During the week of October 20th to 24th, Liam and Hope may go ahead and start making concrete wedding plans, that is, if Beth hasn't already taken care of all the details herself. Beth is so determined that her parents get remarried that fans wouldn't be surprised if she's already been secretly planning their wedding ceremony down to the smallest detail. Carter and Daphne, the consolation prize. As Hope and Liam move forward with wedding plans, Carter Walton will find himself heartbroken, but not alone. Daphne Rose will be there to offer Carter comfort and support during his time of need. Carter may finally accept what Daphne has been trying to tell him all along, that Hope's heart truly belongs to Liam, not to him, and that he deserves to be with a woman who chooses him first and completely. Daphne has genuinely fallen for Carter and wants to be with him. She has repeatedly tried to convince Carter that Hope only got engaged to him because the man she really loves, Liam, was supposedly dying, and that Hope was clinging to Carter like a life raft during an emotional storm. Now that Liam is healthy and Hope's feelings for her ex-husband have resurfaced, Daphne might finally convince Carter that he's been Hope's consolation prize all along. During Halloween week, Carter may even step aside graciously, offering to let Hope go so she doesn't have to hurt him by breaking their engagement. Daphne might encourage Carter to be the bigger man and release Hope to pursue her true happiness with Liam. In the end, a couple swap appears to be on the horizon, with Liam getting Hope and Carter finally giving Daphne what she's always wanted, his complete heart and commitment. Which storyline will dominate Halloween week? As Halloween week unfolds with these multiple explosive storylines converging, fans are left wondering which will deliver the most shocking twists and memorable moments. Will it be Luna's uncertain fate behind bars and the question of whether she attempt another daring escape? Will the Brady custody battle take center stage as Bill and Katie fight to protect Will's child from Luna's toxic influence? Will Deacon's choice between Sheila and Taylor create the most dramatic fireworks? Or will Steffy's return and her inevitable confrontation with Luna steal the Halloween week spotlight? Each storyline promises game-changing revelations and emotional reckonings that will carry consequences well into November sweeps and beyond. Halloween week 2025 on the Bold and the Beautiful is shaping up to be genuinely frightening, thrilling, and unforgettable to lend the kind of must-see drama that keeps fans coming back day after day.